last one is the big race of the day, the Chevalier Cup, won last year by Sky Darcy. Of course, went on to Derby glory. Butterfield's Lucky Express and Excellent Proposal have those international entries. Buddies heads the field for Tony Cruz and Matthew Chadwick, already a feature race winner this season already. Butterfield takes the class drop and the distance drop out of the ladies' purse. King Shield switches to the turf. He should roll forward. You've got Lucky Express, the Panasonic Cup winner. Fast Most Furious running second behind him there. Excellent Proposal, fifth in that race. Voyage Warrior finished in seventh place with not usual talent in the race as well. The Rocker Lane leading star up in class. Silver Express and Circuit 3 is first up for the season. Right, we start as always with the speed map, and as far as the pace is concerned, Tom, we're thinking good in the early stages. Who are the key runners here?
Yeah, well, there's plenty of speed influences in the race, Andrew, where the likes of King Shield, but he's certainly known for his all-weather form, Voyage Warrior, and also Paul, the Silver Express, he's one that can apply pressure, and so too Buddy, so I don't think there'll be too much loitering in this race.
No, it looks that way, doesn't it? And look, Silver Express, he's placed second up in the past, so he can get a nice run in behind. He has led in the past, but with Voyage Warrior, he's the key one here, isn't he? Because he's stepping up to 1,600 for the first time. We know him as a 1,000-metre, 1,200-metre horse. Right, well, as I mentioned before, we have these horses heading potentially towards the international meeting. Butterfield in the Vase, Tom, so this is clearly a lead up over the mile, getting up in trip.
Yeah, it's going to be a big step up from him to go from 1,600 metres to 2,400 metres in one go, Butterfield. But Lucky Express there, he was a winner last time. He's never actually won over a mile yet here in Hong Kong. Lucky Express, an excellent proposal. We know his course and distance record and his second up record also. Yeah,
unbeaten 2 from 2 so far. So we'll start with his trainer, in actual fact, John Size, has Excellent Proposal, Silver Express and Lucky Express in the field.
John, a three-pronged attack in the Chevalier Cup this weekend. So first of all, Lucky Express winning the Panasonic Cup last time out. He brought his trial form to the races. How pleased with you with his effort first up?
Yeah, he ran probably as well as you could expect. He's hasn't taken any harm from that. He's gone home and done well. He feels good, and he seems to be in pretty good shape. So I'd say he'd run a good race again.
He had quite a few reps on him prior to arriving here from Australia. Do you think he's developed from his 4-year-old year?
Well, certainly that's his best start, his last start. So that's his best run. So I suppose he is developing, and he's gone on with the job. I mean, it's a long process, the improvement of a horse when they come to Hong Kong. But he's been a little bit unlucky on the racetrack. But he's certainly made improvement all the time in the last 12 months.
What about Excellent Proposal? He was first up since the Derby, covered quite a bit of ground sort of from the 5 to 600 metres. Were you happy with his overall performance the other day?
Yeah, it seems like a sound run. He had no advantage in the race the way it was run, but he seemed to make a good run and he sustained it. So I think coming up to the 1,600, he's probably a good horse second up, and you know, he might go a little bit better.
You don't think at all just the work he had to do sort of down the side at all and into the straight would have taken too much out of him?
Well, it was a good performance, but that was the position he was in, and that's how the race was run. So he did well under those circumstances.
Silver Express, he was also 6th in the same race, only beaten 2.5 lengths. How did you sort of assess that performance from Silver Express?
Well, it looked normal run for him as well. You know, he ran probably the way he normally does, but just in the finish of the race, he lacked the finishing speed. But at 1,600, he might get a better trip. They might go a little bit slower, and that might help him finish the race off.
Has he sort of matured from what we saw last season from him, where he wanted to do a few things wrong late in the race?
Well, I think that he could always do that. It's not something that's going to go away. But given that you know, everything's normal for him in the finish, he can run in a straight line also, and particularly if he's on the rail, which he is on Sunday.
He's the biggest price of the three size runners as well, currently around the 16 mark. But we'll concentrate for a moment, Paul, on Lucky Express. Do you think he can back up from that big win first up?
Yeah, I think he can. I do like his stablemate in the race to beat him, but I still expect him to run a pretty good race. And if they want him to be competitive in the mile coming up in December, I think he'll need to perform here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a career best performance from him last time out, and just hasn't quite won 1,600 metres here yet, but he's not been too far away. OK, well, what about buddies then, Tom? We'll go back to the Celebration Cup. First up this season, and it was a celebration of Matthew Chadwick's riding, really. Yeah, it was. He was third in this race last year, but look, this year he's carrying a big weight of 133 pounds. Last start sort of raced third and then faded with that big weight. Of course, that was in the Panasonic Cup last time out, but this is what he does best, Paul, where kicks off the front with a light weight.
Yeah, exactly, but I don't think he's going to get that opportunity, especially with Voyage Warrior in the race. It was a great ride here from Matthew Chadwick, and I think he's had his birthday this year.
Butterfield, Paul, potentially, well, he's got the Vars entry. Hope to see him there as well. This is him in the ladies' purse.
Yeah, I'd like to see this horse sort of running on at the end. I think 1,600 metres is going to be too short for him. Barrier number 8, I think he'll get back and he'll just run on nicely at the end and finish maybe 6 or 7.
Yeah, a fair bit in this race he ran sort of with his head on his side. Just watch him here, sort of when he gets down to the 100 metres, he's sort of in that sort of gap there, and then Champion's Way comes out. He was checked. He was not going to run on the top 4, top 5 there at all. But look, agree with Paul. He's going to need to be running on at the end, I think, to be a serious contender for the Vars. Yeah, so definite excuses here. You can see him on the inside of Columbus County and Champion's Way. Gives him a bit of a side swipe as well to go through. But you look back to the inside, Reliable Team came out and won the trial last weekend, and Glorious Dragon ran well as well. So ladies' purse form might stand up. One more to have a look at here, Tom, and it's King's Shield, but this is on the all-weather, of course. I thought it was just worth showing this just because we know what he can do, but when it comes to the turf, he's a complete duffer on the turf. 4 starts on the turf at Sha Tin, course and distance anyway, 13 overall, unplaced in all 13, and he got circumstances to suit here last time out. Paul was able to find the front dictate, but totally different this time round for him.
Yeah, I think he'll be a pace influence for a long period of the race, but that's about it. I can't have him on the turf, not what we've seen here in Hong Kong anyway.
Strange, because his turf form in the UK was actually all right before he arrived, but there you go. Here's a bonus. I said that was the last one. Here's one more, Paul. Helene Leading Star trialling up at Chung Fa.
Yeah, not a bad trial here at Chung Fa. He was pushed out a little bit towards the end, though, of the trial. Look, I haven't included him. Helene Leading Star. He comes in with a lightweight, 118. I mean, Jerry Chow will help out a little bit there, but look, he hasn't been in form recently. No, and 1,600 metres far too short for him. He's up 50-odd pounds coming into this as well. Pushed a little bit over the final stages. It would be a shock of epic proportions if he was able to win this race. He's in the market, though, currently at 6.3, and he's place favourite as well. So somebody likes him in some shape or form, Paul. But what do you think for the Chevalier Cup? Yeah, I like the John Size 3 actually in this. I think excellent proposal. It was a really good run from him last time, and I think from a lower draw he can win the race. Lucky Express being the main danger was a good run from him, and he just keeps improving this horse. Silver Express won't be too far away. Fast Most Furious, he hit the line really strongly behind Lucky Express last time as well. So 6, 4, 11 and 5 in the feature for me.
Yeah, I've gone with the John Size Cornella here as well. Excellent Proposal. What swayed me in the favour of Excellent Proposal was just course and distance record for him in second up. So he's on top ahead of Lucky Express. Not Usual Talent, I think, can be a bit of value in the race. If there's good speed, which there should be, I think he'll be running on at the end. We know he's capable. And Fast Most Furious, he's a past winner of this race back in 2019. So 6, 4, 8 and 5. Yeah, Excellent Proposal for me as well. I think he'd be winning here, but Not Usual Talent. That's an interesting price as well, 16 and 3.9. I wouldn't be put off by that.